Doesn't everybody want to be found online?
This is the Findables FlexStand for the iPhone 5 from Findables.me. It's the social case, letting people find you via your phone or tablet case.
Welcome everybody, another Spike Studio product review. This time we're looking at a case company. They make them for the iPhone, the Galaxy, for the iPad mini, for the iPad. It's called Findables. Findables.me is the URL, as you can see up here. We're looking at the FlexStand case. We have a picture that's up there. What the case has is a QR code on the side of it, and the QR code allows you to basically scan it as another person to get your contact information. So you're sharing your social contact information. It has a couple different modes. It has a business, a social, and a find me mode, meaning if you lose your phone. We'll talk about all that in a minute. Let's talk about the case and the setup itself. So one thing you should reference is back in the day, this isn't a new idea, but great for the cases. There's been companies around for years, even the Pokins. For those that remember these, I love these things. These were a way for you to share your contact data with someone else. You'd actually touch Pokins with them and it would share your link to the social network on Twitter or to Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever it was. So that's been around for a while, but the idea of putting it on the phone case itself is a good idea. Now let's talk about what goes on with it. This one's for the iPhone 5. It's the FlexStand. And the FlexStand gives you, as we pull it out, as you can see, is the ability to put your phone into a stand mode. So we have a picture of that sitting up there. So you have your phone in a stand mode. The QR code is small and it's on the back corner right there. Right there on the back side. Phone sits in here. It's a nice rubber shell. It bends in the middle, as you can see. I wonder how many bends you'll get out of it. We've held it up to the light a couple times. And it's just a thinner plastic, but they've got a couple ones that don't flex, that are just nice shells with the QR code. So let's talk about setup, some experiences, the good and the bad of everything that we had to do with this. First of all, case. Simple, the buttons were available, the ports were available, power, the camera, the up and down volume, the ability on the bottom for all your ports. All that was easy to do. Getting in and out of the phone was easy. We actually had an iPhone 5 in it, and the recording was sucky, so I got rid of it. So that doesn't even matter. The idea about this is setting it up. So once you get your hands on this, what you want to do is scan the code from the case that you get for whatever device it is, and then sign up. Or if you already have a profile with their system, you add that case to your profile. So it's basically the unique QR code is then assigned to you in that case. So if someone else ever got the case or bought it from you, you'd want to delete it from your profile. Now, a couple different things. They make them for, as I said, different tablets and different sizes. Went to the website, and this is where the trouble began. So I went to the website, and you can't actually just create an account on the fly. It's asking you for the case. No problem. So I went to scan it. Well, you scan it, and it takes you to get the app. Now, I tried it on the tablet first for the Android. There is no tablet mode for the Android. It says it's not available for this. I'm not sure why I can't run the standard app on here. I know they don't make a case for this, but the app I would think would run, but it said it's not available for the tablets. They don't have a tablet mode. Now, they do have one for the iPhone, but it doesn't show up under iPad searches, so I went and changed the search to iPhone. You get the idea. So I loaded it on the iPad too, so I could keep track of my cases, and there's a benefit we need to talk about in a minute. Next part was the trouble I had scanning the code. I'll be honest with you guys. The application itself does something. Took a picture of it here. It has a nice square. The square. When I get a square and I'm going to do a QR code, this is a sample, this isn't one of theirs, it's a sample QR code. If I'm going to scan a QR code and you have a square on your UI that we're showing you here, then I put the square around the QR code. No, not with their application. In the middle of their application, kind of fuzzy, is a fingerprint, which is their symbol, right? Their symbol right there. And that fingerprint is what has to go over the QR code. So I kept putting the square around the QR code on the edges, and it would never scan. I tried focus and changing the focus and using the flash, and it wouldn't work. I was accidentally zooming out, and all of a sudden it went bleep, and it beeped, and the fingerprint thing is what caught it. I was able to successfully use other QR code scanners to scan the code without any problems. So that wasn't an issue at all. Easy enough. So I was able eventually to get that set up, able to try it out. So I created my profiles. Now, you're able to link numerous social networks to your profile. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, of course, Instagram, all the others. Here's what I didn't like. Now, Findables, this is addressed directly at you, but everyone will want to listen to this. There is no reason, to me, that I would be authorizing you access to my accounts through the OAuth. Meaning when I click to add the Twitter network to my Findables case, it's asking me to log in and authorize Findables to Twitter. I'm only putting links to my social networks to share them with other people. I'm not sure what Findables has to do on my Twitter stream or in my Facebook account or in my Instagram account. There's nothing that Findables has to do. I should get a form that says, give us the links or your name on those networks and we'll automatically populate them and we're done. The object is when someone else scans this, it'll take them to your Findables profile and you can set what profile you want to share. Be it business, be it social, or be it find me mode when it's lost. Like that, you can offer rewards, you can have a button that says call me. Now I did get different results scanning with different scanners as well as with the app. On one of the apps I never got the buttons. I wasn't able to call or find the text, it just had my name. It was very strange. The other one worked fine. It was a mixed bag from there. Otherwise, the service was easy to set up. I do like the way that I can switch profiles, which means going into their app and then choosing the profile you want. So once you choose the profile, you can add a URL, you can add the websites, you can add your social networks, you can add all that. I didn't add my social networks because I'm not authorizing them to do so. Sorry, that's just one of the things that bothered me. But I was able then to successfully have someone else scan it. They could get my information or I could show up in lost mode so if someone wanted to do it. Now, another tip for Findables themselves and for everyone that has this. So it has their name Findables. It's kind of hard to see next to the QR code. What would be cool about this is, to me, is if somewhere on their cases, and I looked at the web and I've looked at the pictures that we've had up here and I didn't see it, but how about the words or something that scan me or here's my info, or the reason I say that is, to me, a lot of people will never scan this QR code. Why? They would think it's to get the product or just to get the product information. I wouldn't see this as a way to scan to get your info. So if this phone was laying on a table and I saw this and I'm like, who owns this? Some of us that are tech savvy, oh, we'd scan this. Those that aren't, we'd say, maybe scan me, or something else on here that says to reach me, or contact info, or here I am, or ooh, get to me socially. I know it sounds silly, but the general population still isn't just adept at the whole QR code thing, and I think it'd be really cool for the cases to have that on there. Otherwise, what else successfully worked? It is available for iOS, it is available for Android. It works successfully. You can upload your own photos to it. You can, as you can see in the side picture, I just left the default, which is a cool little rock thing. So you can upload those, you can put your profiles on here. If someone scans it, they'll see your profile, they should be able to click the link, and then their OS and choice of application should launch to allow them to add you to their network or follow them. Like I said at the beginning here, the reverse shouldn't be true. I shouldn't be authorizing Findables to my accounts because I don't know why I would. I should be having the people then launch their app to say, oh, here's your link, I'm done. So I'm going to put it in there. Otherwise, you can add contacts and friends when you're out there. Scanning it was pretty simple once I learned that the fingerprint was it. Even though their demo actually on the back of the box shows putting the square around the QR code, it doesn't work. There's a little bitty fingerprint you'll see that's their logo. You got to put that over the QR code. It's smaller than the square. It's much square fingerprint. So you have to zoom out and then all of a sudden it goes bing and makes noises for you. Screenshots up there for you as well. Otherwise, guys, I liked it. I like the construction. I like the options. I love the social sharing. Like I've said, I've been into that for a long time. I wish we had more ways to do this. I like that you could scan this without their application and it takes you to the web page. So whatever profile was recently set for this case, it'll take you to that page, which was awesome. That's the whole point of doing it. But I wish there was some way that people knew to scan this code that weren't familiar, mainly in lost mode. So otherwise, Findables, everybody. A great case. I can see that they'll be making some updates. Hopefully I had some good suggestions for them. Sturdy, available, and the apps are out there now. Get your hands on it. This is the Findables.me is the website. Findables FlexStand. This is for the iPhone 5. It's another product review from Spike Studio. Make sure you subscribe to the playlist. Let us know of any other products you want us to review. And if you have a product in your own hands, send it to us. Get in touch. Thanks again.